Ah, yes, the gratex response video. Yeah. Should be on Mount Rushmore, right? Yeah, Mount Runaway. Oh god, that was scary. Anyway, so his video is the same gratex logic of, you want to stop raping the world, and quit raping people. That'll do it. You there, stop raping, and then the rape will stop. Um, no answer. No, it just doesn't make any sense. You want to fix a problem? Don't make the problem, because you're the cause of the problem always. You don't want the Republicans to go away. Don't be a Republican. There, the Republicans went away. Oh, wait a minute. They don't go away that way, do they? No, you actually have to fight for things. So, yeah, his advice to the Palestinians would be, quit looking for problems. Just learn. You live in shit, learn how to eat shit. That's his advice. For everything. Just eat shit. That's his advice. Because he's a shit eater. He's a little cockroach inside. Inside is just a little cockroach man. Yeah, he's just such a hypocrite, tomorrow, if they found out that eating meat cured ugly, he'd be running for his piece of seagull pie. Because he doesn't believe in anything. Whatever he's doing because it's convenient to him, not because of a principle or anything. Because he's a value relativist. If somebody adds up 2 plus 5 and says it's 9, he says that's okay. What do you complain about? That's fine. There's no problem. Especially if he's a nuclear power plant engineer. Yeah, no problem if he can't get 2 plus 3 and get 5. Instead he gets 9 and he's building nuclear power plants. No reason for you to worry at all. Go eat some seagull pie with him. No problem. That's his glib philosophy. He really doesn't think it matters. 6 million Jews in the concentration camp, 12 million. Who the fuck cares? Not this asshole. He thinks we just make up value. Rape is only bad if you think it's bad. Okay, so as long as you think it's okay to rape women, it's okay to rape women. It really is okay. So if you think it's okay, women are just too stupid, don't even understand. If that's what you believe, go with that fucker. Because this guy says it's okay. He says you haven't violated anything but his silly ethical code. And his silly ethical code shouldn't apply to anybody else. Because it has no logical integrity, of course. So yes, of course it shouldn't apply to anybody else because it's nonsensical. You're in shit because somebody else is pouring shit on your head and you should learn how to eat shit? Well, I don't think that's the logical response. No, I think the logical response is to kick the fucker in the nuts. Yeah. So anyway, I'll play the second half. He's just too... You could say he's too stupid, but that's not even what he is. He's just too contrarian. Well, he's a sadomasochist. So there's no a sadomasochist relativist. So he doesn't believe in any real value in the universe. He doesn't believe that it matters how many people suffer, how many don't. So you could play any game, whatever, and it just doesn't matter how many things you kill. You just, by his standards, you couldn't rate the game and say, boy, that was a great game. Like if they made, like he's going to talk about fantasy films, but if they made Bambi, right? And the story goes, we watch Bambi's mother get raped. She has Bambi. Bambi's born with an infection. Maggots eat his leg, and he dies. And that's the movie, 5 minutes. This idiot would say, well, you thought that was a bad movie? He doesn't have any standards. He says nothing should apply. We shouldn't have any kind of demand for anything logical or sensible. But that's our silly expectation. We arrive on Earth and we're expecting something to be rational and logical and sensible. No, that's silly. Your expectations are too high. And fair? Oh man, are you really out of the ballpark? So like a Skyzer, this lunatic thinks we should just eat shit. We should just eat it, become shit eaters, and then be proud to be shit eaters. Yeah, I'd rather y'all became rapists than shit eaters. I mean, eating shit is just fucking humiliating. I mean, I'd rather, if you have a choice between a pit bull and a dog that eats shit, yeah, get the pit bull, because it's too humiliating for animals to be eating shit. Anyway. I mean, I guess I don't mean that realistically, but, you know, because it's not too terrible to eat shit. But, I mean, I'm just saying, it's just disgusting.
And we're just escalating and escalating and getting more and more friggin' snickery, you know? And it's like, whatever.
Oh, yeah, well, you're talking about getting more and more snickery, and it's like, whatever, and, like, you're just pointing your finger, aren't you? Oh, that's what you're doing, yeah, you're pointing your finger. We know where this snickery comes from. You know, it's not something that just happens out of nowhere. So again, this idiotic complaint that somehow we're just sitting around looking for ways to insult what a flabby asshole you are. No, your arguments are insulting. They're disgustingly insulting, and you deserve to be counter-insulted. But regardless, who cares about the insults? Who keeps the insults going? Okay, it's you know, if I'm going to find somebody to blame, I'd say maybe you ought to. Well, maybe you're just reading the wrong comment sections. Yeah, maybe that's what you're doing.
As if it means anything. As if it meant anything to me.
Yeah, well, again, who cares? That's not really part of this, right? You think Luddite returns preposterously silly insults mean something to me? Do you? I'd say that the slanders that you commit and the ones that Piro commit, the ones that are attacks on my personal character, those are pretty fucking offensive. Yeah. Yeah.
Or as if it was realistic insults, or hurtful, or anything. The only thing it means is their emotional state.
Yeah, again, so how is this not rubber glue kind of shit? I mean, every single person making videos that you might say are making counter arguments, who are you going to pick? Whose videos do you say have some integrity? Point me to the videos that have been made that have integrity here. Show me one. Oh, that's right, there aren't any. You just spend this whole time just talking about people's psychology. The whole fucking video is a snickery pile of shit. Is it of any use whatsoever? And you, how can you even complain? I mean, shit. You're not arguing the argument. Your argument to the argument of, well, you think there's too much drunk driving? Quit being a drunk driver. That's your fucking solution to a social problem. And that's it. And somebody's supposed to say, well, what value do you have besides that? Because that has absolutely no value. And the rest of your video is just a fucking pile of snickery bullshit.
You can feel a bit of camaraderie, a bit of fraternity in their shared, mocking and...
Yeah, right. Your guys are the ones making blogs insulting people and clubs insulting people, you know. Anti-Inmendham club. So yeah, come on, fuck you.
Insulting of the evil bad guy gratex and or whoever else may come along that's not a member of the group.
I mean, sorry, I don't have a videotape of your encounter with the club, and what exactly you did to do your part, right? How much snickery you did to engage the snickery engine. I'm sure you just entered the room and say, well, here, fellas, I have a great counter-argument. If you don't have babies, no one else will. Is that all you did? I'll be back. Yeah, distractions are annoying. I don't know where I was, so we'll just pick it up, I guess, wherever I was, but this guy's a fucktard. Yeah, that's where I was. Oh, microphone. It means something to them, a little social club. So, like again, so if you're any kind of if you try any kind of organization, which seems like the obligation when you're doing something, you know, and if there's the blight of this social interaction shit that happens between people, somehow that's all you are, is a social club. I mean, I think I've made it pretty clear that that's not what I'm doing. That's not the philosophy I'm defending. And since I'm making most of the videos on this subject directly, making most of the arguments, and you want to deal with the arguments, well then why don't you deal with my videos and my arguments and quit pretending the club is the story. Why don't you do that for a change, fuckhead? Because yeah, I'm not really doing much of the social shit, shithead.
Of course I insulted back because, you know, I'm not Jesus.
Yeah, you're a troll. And your arguments are ludicrous. You walk up to somebody and you say, well, you want to stop polio? Don't get polio. There, you fix the problem. Yeah, and somebody starts laughing and you're saying, gee, that's offensive. Why are you laughing at me? That's a perfectly viable solution to the problem.
And I like them to know that I can give as good as I get.
Yeah, well, that's hilarious. Because, yeah, sorry. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling your pain, buddy.
But, you know, I said this in the room, it's a depression club.
There, ooh, he's really insulted us. Yes, that's what it is. It's a depression club. Because people show up and they say, gee, another miserable week at the game, fighting the man. Again, it's our liability. We're not allowed to be... See, that's how funny it is, right? We're arguing for a philosophy that's very unyielding to our human psychology, very unfriendly. It doesn't give you fables and fairy tales to live by. It tells you something really bleak and hard. And then he's blaming us because we would say to each other, gee, how did you do this week? You know, we're in the trench fighting the war, and this fucktard is insulting us because we share a cigarette now and then and go, God damn, this sucks, doesn't it? That's what he's doing. You know, because we're janitors, worked our shift, you know, doing what we can, mopping up the vomit you fuckers are leaking. And once in a while we'll get together and say, damn, that was a tough day, wasn't it? This fucker's going to insult us. I mean, you can't be more of a fucking piece of shit. You really can't. You look like one. I'm sure you smell like one. I mean, you got all the characteristics. Even the man boobs.
It's a social club for depressed people. That's what it seems to be.
Oh, it seems again. That lovely seems word. It all seems. You know, the Puro catch-22 word of uselessness.
People come and go, hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I got a job interview. And oh, I'm worried about my daughters. I'm worried I've got no control over whether they become junkies or get cancer or something. And it's like people come out and like, oh, I'm depressed. And
yeah, so I mean, yeah, that would be really silly for people to recognize that, wow, having kids is a huge responsibility. Oh, shit, you know, this is real, okay? It's not like a fantasy, it's not a movie, it's real. They're really alive, and they're really feeling, and they have a real destiny, and you're responsible for it. And somebody shouldn't say, holy shit, did I ever pick up a fat bowling ball? I mean, this is a biggin', you know, I better be careful, this thing's going to squish me like a bug. And because somebody realizes that this asshole's mocking him. He's mocking a parent who realizes, holy fuck, have I ever stepped in some shit here. I am carrying like a refrigerator over my fucking head. Okay? This is big. This is heavy. And because somebody's recognizing that and actually taking some kind of responsibility for the shit they've gotten into, this guy's mocking him. And we're supposed to say something other than, where's my tomato? You know, I mean, fuck you. Throw shit at this asshole.
oh, I've been abused, or oh, this has happened, that's happened. You know, misery does love company.
Oh, lie, lie, lie some more. A cliche. A wonderful cliche. Oh, gee, isn't that cute? That's like your fables about the fantasy movies and shit. That's just a cliche. That's just crap people say. But I've never experienced that misery loves company shit. Never once in my life have I ever seen a circumstance where finding out that I'm miserable and I find out somebody else is miserable and it does me any fucking good whatsoever. Never has that happened in my real life. I think that's something they invented by the Christians or something. Yeah, I think that's one of their inventions. Because I don't see it anywhere in my life.
I mean, to me, I don't think there's any human who's lived a normal life, without suffering.
Well, that's not the argument being made. The argument being made is you're ignorant, stupid motherfuckers. That's the argument being made, that you can't add 2 plus 3 and get the right answer. And that's the problem. You ain't seeing it right, okay? You think that, I don't know, you think that turds are food. There's no other way to put it. You think shit is food. I mean, you really are quite fucked up.
The normal is just a culturally ingrained idea, that we expect life to be a certain way because our cult.
Yeah, see, so this is the other argument just keeps making, that our expectations are too high. You're expecting a fair game or a decent game or a good game. Well, you just don't understand Gladiator War. And if you're saying, well, what the fuck? Why am I trapped in Gladiator War? Did I sign up for Gladiator War? No, I didn't do that. Where's my signature on the I want to play Gladiator War contract? I mean, this guy is such a fucking imbecile. You're supposed to have no standards. That's his fucking goddamn theory of life. Have no standards. Be the cockroach. No, don't be a cockroach. You have a brain. Use it. Recognize when something is a mess and clean it the fuck up.
Sure, from Disney upwards is fucking engendered it in us. Happily ever after. I mean, Snow White got some, but the
So we have the expectation of happily ever after? No, I think we have the expectation of, don't bother me, fuckhead. Leave me alone, shit for brain. And what's wrong with that theory? What's wrong with somebody saying, don't do that? It's hurting something. What's wrong with somebody saying, stop, you're being an asshole? We should just sit there and let them be assholes, let them make asshole shit so somebody else has to clean it up? Go ahead, shit in the living room. No, that would be idiotic.
And dwarfs were fucking asexual eunuchs for all their lives. Didn't you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that. And I noticed that they didn't want to have to deal with the obvious equation that as soon as you show real life, then you'll show it how much it sucks. Because we know if Sleepy had a wife, she would be called Naggy, okay? And then if Dopey had a wife, she would be called Succubus. And if Old Man River had a wife, she would be called, whatever, Flabby Boob. I mean, it's just no fucking point. Yeah, it would reveal the fact that life just absolutely sucks and the dwarves ought to just stick the picks in their fucking head.
They're all like hanging up in their bed, desperately hoping for a sniff. And, some...
I think that's your vision, okay? I never sat in my bed hoping for a sniff, to tell you the fucking truth. A sniff? It's never even occurred to me to have even a fantasy about sniffing shit. But I don't have the oral fixation, I guess.
Prince Charming comes on. I don't know. I don't watch Disney films.
Yes, you just comment on things. That's, of course, the way you function in life. You don't get the facts and then make a commentary. You just hear what other people are saying and then throw some more cliches into the pie. Because you're just a cliche, whatever, backboard. Even this shit, you can't get through a video without doing the nicotine thing and the drinking thing and sometimes the eating thing, right? You just can't get past your your whatever fixations, your sniffing.
But you know, the culture has poisoned you for...
So again, this the same old routine. Like, yeah, we're the one with the culturally stagnant vision of reality. Now, isn't that just hilarious? I mean, it is a philosophy so unrepresentative of any human culture that has ever almost existed, except for maybe the Buddhists, but, you know, they are wacky, so what's the point? But beyond them, where's the representation in human culture? Oh, that's right, nowhere. It's out of the box, you know, bingo. You haven't figured that out either? You're the one in the fucking box, shithead. You're the one talking the traditional crap. Oh, just keep marching, keep doing your part. It won't be over till we're over there. Over there. Yeah, just sing your little rah-rah song. Just root for the human fucking deplorable race. Not because there's any reason to give it any credit for anything ever, but just because you're going to sing the mantra. Yeah. Life is good because look, it made of gratex. Yeah. And he's so statue relevant and meaningful. Look, he just is such a statue of a man.
But culture's poisoned people forever. Since they began.
Right. Again, what culture has done this? I mean, it's just so idiotic to sit there and say, we watched Snow White and realized life sucks. I mean, does this make any sense to you? Does what he is saying make any sense to you? That somehow we saw cultural references, and the cultural references convinced us that, oh, the whole system's a racket, and it sucks. It convinced us to have high standards. Right, does this make any sense at all? At all?
Since there was a first try, okay? The culture has poisoned minds. Since we were fucking, you know, up in the trees. Right?
So, again, can anti-culture, culture. Who's culture and who's anti-culture? Who sounds just like the man and who doesn't? I mean, who's talking the status quo, eat your shit and shut up mantra, and who's not? Who's saying, no, rage against? Yeah, I think I have a video titled, Rage Against.
And to be, and to have experiences that make you realise that all these expectations that are being fed into you are...
Again, yeah, the sensible expectation of fairness and decency and some sort of value equation that makes sense. Some sort of place I can step my foot where something doesn't go, ouch, get your fucking foot off of me. Oh, that silly expectation that I should be able to get through my stupid, idiotic, fucktarded existence without having to watch things suffer or make things suffer. Oh, gee, that's just asking too fucking much. Amazing. Eat your shit and shut up. That's all he's saying. Eat shit and shut up. 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 Because he's getting fat on it. The poo eater is going to tell us what to do.
all bullshit. And your reaction to be, well, nothing should exist because the universe isn't a Disney fairy tale.
No, the universe isn't a sensible, logical device creating things that make sense. It has no degrees in engineering, and it has fucktardedly fucktarded. And somebody with a brain might sit there and say, gee, something has fucktardedly fucktarded. Maybe we should do something about that. Maybe we should try to fix it. No, it's sacred. God says so. That's what he's saying. God says so. You must obey the process of evolution. It can't be stopped. Blah, 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 blah. Tyranna gratex wants to rule the world. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, no sale. I'm not going to watch the movie where the monstrous 90-foot gratex takes over the world, that's for sure.
Maybe it's your expectations that it should be a fairy tale that shouldn't exist. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have expectations. Yeah, maybe. Do you get me? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Nudge, nudge. No, that didn't fool me. You're selling a box of shit. That's what you're selling. Okay, with your little angled, maybe you'll buy it. Maybe, hey, $1, $1. A little bit of cancer, a little bit of torture. Come on, you want it. You want it, you know you want it. Come on. Buy my box of shit. Buy my box of shit. No, thank you very much.
Maybe.
Yeah, thank you. I really love the little interludes.
No, I don't judge depressed people. I mean, I've been depressed, so...
Yeah, I don't judge depressed people. I just malign and slander them. Oh, okay. Gee, nothing judgmental in that. Fuck you.
But I'm not going to feed into your social club by telling you about it.
Oh, okay. But you have your own social club called Joe's Bar, or whatever it is. Graham's Bar, or some other whatever. What's another Irish name? Liam's Bar. So you go there and do your whining and complaining and crying in your beer. Oh, please, let me look at your boobs a little longer. Please. Yeah, I'm sure you don't do any whining at Liam's Bar.
Okay? I'm not gonna dish the dirt. So you get, oh yeah, misery, oh.
Right. Yeah, you're not stirring the pot with that kind of shit. Yeah, that's right. We're all reveling in misery. We're all just sitting there just feeding on it and just enjoying the fuck out of it. No. We're not thinking about running pitchforks right through your fucking eyeballs over it. Because you're creating it. So you can have your delusion that I'm enjoying it, you fucking motherfucker. But maybe there'll be some day in the future where I can demonstrate to you in some real way that I'm not enjoying it, fucker. It's really pissing me off. Yeah. Fuck you, you cunt.
And I know that I'm not going to live happily ever after. I'm probably going to be more depressed in the future.
And the thing you don't know is that you're an abysmal failure who's making messes other people have to clean up. That your participation in the world has been to show people how to shit and vomit in the living room and force somebody else to clean it up. Yeah, that's your contribution. You're a mess maker. You're a disgusting fucking spiller of sentient welfare, and you're forcing other people to sit there in the ground with a dustpan and scoop all this crap up and try to put it back in the bucket. Because you suck!
You know, it's like you just don't have control over it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's play with things we don't have control over. Isn't that the logical thing to do? You know you don't have control. You know the thing can make one motherfucker of a mess. Play with it anyway. Yeah, that's such a brilliant philosophy. We see it in Fukushima. We see it in Israel. We see it in 5 million different places, how wonderful that philosophy works. Just play with it. It doesn't matter that it's broken, and it doesn't matter that you can't control it. Go ahead and play with it anyway. Man. Yeah, and I have this silly expectation that human beings would say with their brain, there's something that just doesn't sound right about that. That really just doesn't sound like something Einstein would say. You don't know what you're doing, you have no control, go ahead and play with it. Yeah, I don't think that's like one of those equations that you say, gee, that's it, I got it, eureka. That doesn't sound like a eureka equation. I have no control. It's dangerous. I'm going to play with it. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a brilliant equation.
Okay, right, and then what? Right, oh, so stop existing. Stop people from procreating so that no misery can exist.
Yeah, turn the shit valve off and there's no more shit. Yeah, that's simple. But the bottom feeders and the poo eaters will be out of luck then. Yeah. And that's the problem. You, in defense of your parasitic roundworm mentality, the roundwormers, you know, what are you? You probably are just full of roundworms. There's little roundworms running little gears in there. And so you're really just a huge parasitic organism that's just sitting there calculating. Let's make the gratex. Okay, let's see if we can get him to say something preposterously stupid and everybody will believe it. Because we have to sell this box of shit. Because without shit, we have no fucking life. Because we're shit eaters. You're just a poo eater. Trying to figure out a way to make more poo to eat.
I don't know. You guys seem to revel in it.
Oh, yeah, you seem to. I mean, you know, it's just so... You know, again, how could you possibly say somebody's victimizing you or attacking you or being unfair to you when you just say something so glib and silly? It seems. That's your evidence. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, I'm not judging people by saying, oh, you're depressed. I mean, surely that's a sign of your depression.
No, surely sensible people would be depressed by an equation that says, it's broken, you have no control, you must ride it. That's depressing, yes. It's depressing to be told, you're going to have to learn how to eat shit. Yeah, if somebody would have just told me that when I was 5 years old, when I said, what's life? And they said, well, you're just going to have to learn how to eat shit. Yeah, what would my reaction, what would be the sensible reaction? Okay, Mommy. Gee, that sounds like fun. I don't think that would be it.
That you're instantly thinking that people are antagonistic and judging you because of your mental state.
Well, obviously you are judging and insulting and deriding and seaming all over people. So yeah, you're really a rude fucker. But what should we expect from a zombie human controlled by roundworms?
I mean, we're not all the normal people going, oh, the depressed people over there, blah, 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 the losers, blah, 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 blah.
No, the poo eaters, yeah. So it's the poo eaters and the poo cleaner-uppers. That's what the war is about. There's people who see poo and they go, ooh, and they put it in a baggie and throw it in the garbage. And then there's people who eat poo, okay? That's the difference. So that's really the conflict. Probably around the whole world, you could always just figure out, you could just say who's a poo eater and who's a poo cleaner-upper. Yeah, and that's what all conflict is based on. Who's shoveling shit and who's, you know, not going to sit there and eat the shit.
There's no normal people. Okay?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's why we came up with the word average and normal and all that kind of stuff, is because there's nothing normal. There's no majority. Oh, yeah, okay.
People go through shit in their lives.
And then they laugh. Yeah, so, sorry. They have preposterously insane reactions to the shit, right? Yeah, preposterously insane. It's like their kid dies and then they get on TV because of it and then they sell a book and they make a bunch of money and it's really disgusting and grotesque. And you're saying, how the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, that's how life works.
And just because they don't agree with you.
Yeah, just because they don't value sentient life on Earth or animal life and all this other stuff, and just because they're causing tons of horror and pain. So here, let's just rephrase that. Just because they're causing tons of horror and pain.
Just because somebody values existing more.
Just because somebody is okay with causing horrible pain to others.
than avoiding suffering.
Than avoiding suffering. Just because rapists like abusing women and it makes them feel good, why are you complaining? It's not like they're creating a victim. Oh, wait a minute, they are creating a victim. I should be upset because they're creating a victim. You're really too stupid to just realize what you just said is idiotic. I shouldn't be upset by people creating victims. That's what you just said, right? I mean, can you answer one fucking question? Didn't you just say that? I shouldn't be upset because other people are living philosophies I believe are creating preposterous numbers of tortured victims. So if Adolf Hitler is invading Europe and killing Jews, I as an American should ignore it. That would have been your advice to America in World War II. Just ignore it. It's okay. Just a little bit of stuff here. Nothing to worry about. That's what you would have yelled across the ocean. No problem, really. They're just exercising their philosophy. Don't worry. No biggie. I mean, really, what am I supposed to say? Do you really think I'm supposed to say, gee, Gratex is so fucking intuitively brilliant? I mean, that's just so brilliant of him to have that brilliant observation that people are just exercising their philosophy and there's absolutely no harm or foul to that. There's no fucking possible way that one human being could be causing any trouble on Earth.
Doesn't mean to say they're crazy or ignorant or stupid.
What? I mean, no, it doesn't. Just because you have added up the numbers and 2 plus 3 equals 5 doesn't mean that all the people having some other calculation aren't incorrect. You're supposed to say to yourself, no, my math is completely retarded for some reason. Some reason it's possible that eating kitten pie is sensible. It's quite possible that kitten pie makes sense. I'm supposed to say that. No, I'm not going to say that because that would be idiotic. Just like eating shit would be idiotic. I'm not buying it, Gratex. No fucking way.
Or not well read enough. It's their fucking values.
Yeah, it's their fucking values. That's supposed to mean something to me. The rapist has his fucking values. Casey liked to torture kids and then kill them and then bury them in his basement. It's his fucking values. Why would I complain? Why would I object?
Okay?
No, it's not okay. Casey is not okay. And a world where people are marginalizing other people's suffering and using them as fodder for their fun time is bullshit.
Why should they adopt your values?
Well, because we can logically prove them. That's why. And their values are based on insane notions like, well, it can't count to 10, so I can torture it, right?
If you refuse to adopt theirs.
Why would I adopt theirs when they have nothing to do with logic, the facts that we know, any kind of reasonable cognition? I mean, is reasonable cognition not an acceptable standard where I can reasonably look at it and say, yes, that can make sense? I mean, I'll give you the benefit of a doubt. I mean, it just has to be in the can make sense category. But the shit you're talking, fucker, can't make sense. Rape will never be a good idea.
Why should all life in the universe agree with you?
Again, that's like saying, if I'm right, why should I think the universe should do the right thing? Why should I expect logic to win? Why should I want logic to win? I mean, I just don't know what you're asking from me. You're saying here, I'm showing you poo. Look, you can poke it with a stick and see it's fucking poo. And you're saying I should eat it. And I'm saying, no, I should do the sensible thing. The universe would know better. Let's just box that up and not play with that one.
Agree with your values.
Agree with your values. Again, why should somebody ever fight for any oppressed or tortured or victimized entity? Never come to the rescue to anybody because you're violating somebody's values. They've decided it's okay to murder the girl, so why are you interfering? I mean, that's all you're saying here, right? I'm not allowed to believe that it's wrong to rape girls and kill them. Okay.
I can't think of anything more fucking arrogant than that.
Right. It's arrogant to stop Adolf Hitler. He's entitled to believe Jews have horns and are useless sacks of shit. It's his right. And people have a right to look at a sentient animal, a sentient mammal, and say, it's a toy. It doesn't matter. I can smash them all I want. I can run them over. If they scream and yell, it's not real. Their wiggling doesn't have anything to do with real suffering. They're entitled to believe that. That's all you're saying to me. And I'm saying, how the fuck are they entitled? It's nonsense. It's rubbish. It's inane gibberish. It has no logical foundation. Fuck you. You're insane.
Anywho, bell tolled for this one.
Yeah, well, the bell tolled for your logical integrity about 4.5 years ago, because you just don't have any anymore. You have lost the road and are now in a drunken spiral in the ditch, or something like that. Fuck you. Ugh, double fuck you. Yeah, there. Triple fuck you. Okay, that's probably enough. Eva's online. Yeah, Bella the Happy Loser. It's good she's still around, but I haven't seen her or talked to her in fucking decades. You do miss the old days. But never mind. Just go eat a seagull pie, because Gratex says it's okay with him. And see you tomorrow. Yeah, whatever, right? Till tomorrow, when we lament and share and joy, we have joyful orgasms over our fun torture. How much are you in tortured? Oh, yeah, I'm tortured. Oh, yeah, how big a pain? Oh, how much sciatica do you have? Oh. God, I just, I just, like I said, I couldn't flatten him. Like, if I had the steamroller, and I just couldn't run him over enough times. I mean, I'd want him so I would just keep making sure. I gotta make sure it's flat enough. I don't want that thing to ever roll back.